Hi, Jules Cruise Companion. Today I'd like to go over with you some of the crazy things that I do on a cruise that saves a little bit of money and a little bit of time. To keep your stateroom tidy, I always talk about using magnets so you get to use the opportunity of vertical space. And the other thing that I do is I use packing cubes so I don't actually unpack my suitcase. So everything is tidy in one spot. Once one packing cube becomes a little bit empty because I've used the clothes, I can turn that around and I can put the dirty laundry in that one packing cube. So when I get home, the dirty laundry is easy to deal with. One of the other things that I've been doing these last couple of trips is I've been bringing cans of soft drink. So you can bring 12 cans of soft drink onto the boat in your carry-on. You just have to kind of take it out of the box a little bit, but I take the top off the box so that it's still fairly structured rather than loosely flying around in my carry-on luggage. What I do with that soft drink is, yes, it's a cheap way for under $10 to have 12 drinks. But what I also do is I will go to get some ice cream and I will bring it down to the cabin and I will mix the ice cream and the soft drink and have a spider or a tarantula, whatever your family calls the ice cream in soft drink. And after a really hot day, especially being on the islands, it's just another refreshing little drink or a little bit of a taste change that you can have while you're on the ship. The other thing that I do is at breakfast time, when I come back down to the cabin, I will bring some pastries with me and I will put them in the refrigerator. So when I come back after a shore excursion and I get back and I'm all hot and sweaty and wanting to have my shower to turn myself around to go back in onto the boat for some on board activities, I've got some pastries to nibble. You can do this with cakes also, but I find that the cakes dry out a little bit too much, so that's why I like the pastries. The other thing I choose to do when I am on a cruise ship is I buy my liquor, I buy bottles of wine instead of wine by the glass, and it's about $35, $39, $40 for a bottle of wine. And that will last me 2 or 3 nights. You can either leave the wine in the main dining room with your stateroom number on it and they can bring it back to you the next day, or you can bring it back to your cabin and sit on your balcony and have a nice glass of wine. The other thing that people do that I do not do but that is available to you is buying on Carnival, is buying buckets of beer. So I think it's buy 5 get 1 free, so you get 6 cans in a bucket, and that seems to be a way that people are being more economic with their money. The other thing I do, because I'm quite frugal, is I keep a close eye on my onboard spending, and so on the Carnival app it is there for you. If not, you can go to a little kiosk and get your statement. But what I choose to do if I'm going to be doing a spend, buy a bottle of wine, buying a bingo ticket, for example, I will go put that money on, then go and spend it, or go and spend it and then go and put that money on. Make sure that things are not being double charged to your account, because the last thing you want to do is get a bit of a sticker shock when you get off the boat. Yes, they have put a $200 hold on my bank account to cover onboard expenses. But when it finally comes down to it, there won't be much being placed on the credit card because I've budgeted for cash. And I either put it on with a machine there's a machine that you can add money, or just go to customer service. The other thing I do in preparation for disembarkation day, the day before disembarkation day, when I'm coming back after breakfast, I will bring some pastries with me, as I've indicated before. But these will be specifically for disembarkation day morning. I'm not a big one that needs the coffee and the tea and all that type of thing, a hot meal. So to make disembarkation day a little less stressful, I've got some pastries to nibble on as I throw my stuff into my suitcase and I'm waiting to head off the boat. Rooms have to be cleared by about 8 o'clock and everybody off the boat by 9 o'clock. Because I'm on deck 8, and doing a self walk off. They go by decks. So 1, 3, 4, no, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I was one of the last to get off. What I suggest when you are traveling with a group of people and you're in a stateroom, and staterooms are very small, is divide the stateroom up into zones so that everybody has their own space, so that you don't get all your electronic stuff mixed up, all your laundry mixed up. It's fine if you all come from the one household, but it's very different if you come from different households. So there is hanging space and wardrobe space and shelving space and drawer space. So just divide them up. As I say, it's never an issue with me because I don't really unpack. So everything is in the suitcase. On another occasion, I think it was on Princess, I just left my suitcase in the bottom of the wardrobe because it was wide enough to take the suitcase. And I would just open the suitcase, get what I want, and then close it up. Everybody is very different, but just try and keep your stateroom as clean for you as well as your stateroom attendant. And don't forget to tip your stateroom attendant at the end of your cruise. One last comment just about being in a stateroom, especially if you are sharing it with other people. Don't forget to bring some bathroom spray such as VI Poo or something of that nature, just to make the whole experience a little less organic when you are traveling with people that you sometimes don't share a home with normally. So just those courtesy type things. And also when you are sharing, don't hog the bathroom. Go in, do your stuff and come back out. You know, don't have the world's longest showers, etc. Make sure if you're going to go for your shower that everybody else in the room doesn't need the toilet facilities, because you're going to be monopolizing the bathroom for a longer period of time, especially if you're not in a relationship where you can enter the bathroom when other people are in there showering. Just a few things to consider. Could be absolutely the best things in the world, could be the most insane things in the world. It's truly up to you. This is Julie, Jules Cruise Companion, saying stay safe, everybody, and happy travels.